Holy dice. I'm going to do a dice episode this time. How about that? Everybody loves dice. They're cool. I don't know, the more unusual they are, the more we oddly seem attracted to them. And if you don't believe me, there is a Facebook page that I belong to. It's a group called Diceaholics Anonymous. And I don't put very many postings on there, but it's pretty much what we like to call dice porn. And that's what this is going to be for you today, is a little bit of dice porn. So, yeah, just take it for what it is, okay? I like dice. So, these dice have a story behind it. Okay, so I went to a local game store, Guardian Games. They're great, lot of square footage, great selection, and they had this mysterious bin that just says Dice Empire, and it was filled to the brim of dice, and it said $4 each, which I thought was a bit much. And I was like, well, for $4 a piece, I want to see what the hell they're trying to sell here. And I went through some of the dice, and they're pretty cool. And then I stumbled across this, and I was sold on it. It's Edgar Allan Poe. For the 6, and I believe the number 1 number on there is the Raven. Nevermore, right? And then, the rest of the numbers are really interesting as well. And I thought, wow, that's pretty cool. This was the last one, this was the last Edgar Allan Poe one that was there. But that's cool. I will buy that. And I will find out more about this Dice Empire. And I did just that. I went online and I looked up, did a little Google foo, and went to a site, lo and behold, that was called diceempire.com. And it was ran by somebody who actually lived in the neighborhood, not in the neighborhood, just across the river over in Vancouver, Washington. And they were really nice. I contacted them. The thing is, their website had no store to buy these. They had pictures to display them. Apparently, these were part of an old Kickstarter that they had. And there was no function on their website to purchase these, which was a shame because they're awesome. I love them. This one's got more of like a brownish hue to it rather than the straight up just black. See if I can get the camera to cooperate a little bit. So what we got here. But you see, it's just a little off, not that black, which I think is kind of cool too. It makes it look more aged or antique like. So, long story short, no store on their web page, okay, but they had to contact us. So I sent them an email, and within a day or two, I got a reply, and they said that they don't actually sell the dice for the most part. They did them for a Kickstarter. They come up with other games. However, they did have a lot more of the Edgar Allan Poe dice if I wanted to come by and buy some. And usually I'm kind of sketched to go anywhere outside. I'm a bit agoraphobic. I don't like dealing with people so much, but especially meeting strangers. But I took a chance because these were freaking cool, and I thought I was going to get, I'm pretty sure I was going to get them for cheaper than $4 a piece. And hopped on my car, went over the bridge to Vancouver, and they were the nicest people I've met for a while. Come to find out, we knew a lot of the same people, hung around in the same circles, and they proceeded to show me what they do, and they make that burnt laser etched wood games, and apparently the dice was just an afterthought. They thought of doing it just for a Kickstarter because they can make these with their same engraving equipment that they burn the images into wood, and they went like that with it. So I got to see their laser engraver. They showed me around, and it was really nice. Thank you, Kyle and Kristen, again for your hospitality so much. It was awesome. And so they had these there, and I picked them up. But wait, there's more. They had other dice too. So they had trays of dice, and I was pretty much looking through them. So this is a zombie dice. You got the headless dude there. There's your number 5. That's kind of cool. It's almost reminiscent of the Social Distortions logo. Google it if you don't know what it is. and 1. So it's almost just like 1. Where are we going here? 2, 3, 4. 5. Where are you at? 6. 6 zombies. So we got those. So I picked up a couple of those. Those are really neat. Worth it. So what else we got here? I got some biohazard dice. These are pretty cool. So good color scheme. Like them a lot, you know. I mean, if you're gonna play a game of like zombies, you know, throw these in there. They're cool dice. It adds a little, you know, you can just take these, throw them into a game that you already have, and just like, oh wow, where'd you get those? And it's a conversation piece. So got those. Those are really freaking cool. One thing I wanted to get into was a pen and paper Fallout game for role play, and I thought that this would be really cool for that. You get little radioactive symbols. So I picked up a couple of those. I think 3 of those. You know, a lot of fun. You know, and the cool thing is what they do is they design it on a computer. They burn it with a laser onto a blank die, and then somebody comes around and hand paints these. So the attention to detail on these is pretty good. I put them above Q Workshop dice. I purchased Q Workshop dice. The first few years they were really neat, and then their quality just kind of went ever since. I have some of their dice that I'm just almost even embarrassed to roll. I can't tell what the hell the number is when I roll the dice. So, these, they're legible, they're really well done, and just, by far like a superior quality. $4 a pop retail is what the local game store was selling them for. So they're a lot pricier than Q Workshop dice, and there's the whole, they only come in D6s, but oh well, right? So this is cool. You got some old pixel numbers. Enjoy those. So I'm actually gonna give these to probably my daughter, just for some cool like dice to toss. She's actually getting into dice too. And then this one is how I actually knew they knew one of my friends, because I remember this particular die from a Kickstarter from a friend of mine that I know, a friend I guess we both know, called, his name is Jake Richmond. He does the Modest Medusa series of comics, and he's really a really stand-up nice guy, and his comics are entertaining. I like him a lot. So if you get a chance, Google Jake Richmond and Google Modest Medusa. And the cool thing about this is that's just the snake, but there's one of them on here that has a unicorn with a freaking chainsaw horn. Here we go. So that's one of the characters, is a unicorn with a freaking chainsaw horn. So, I mean, can't get any cooler than that, right? But like I said, nice guy, makes local comics here. He made a couple role-playing games. I renamed one of them, accidentally got him a cease and desist letter because I guess it was too close to something else. Sorry, Jake. But, apparently it was far enough away from wherever they were going to do for him to keep the name. So that worked out. And so I got some dragons. Those are cool. I think it's the same design with just different numbers on them. And I don't know. I like that. It's a nice classic, nice classic design. So we got that. Now, these next ones are a little different. So, it's a fireball dice. So, if you're playing Dungeons & Dragons, like, I don't know what they do with the newer editions, but the older editions, when you play Dungeons & Dragons, and you basically throw a fireball, you throw 6-sided dice equal to your level for damage. And so, that's kind of neat that they just put fireballs on 6-sided dice. So yeah, fun stuff. I don't know. I think for the one they should have just put a little like fizzle, little emoji or something there. And then also same goes for lightning bolt. And they went off and they made this really cool lightning bolt, and it's it's almost like a ball lightning, and I think it's just really neat. It's really creative, and I like what they did with this. So yeah, these dice are gonna get play in my D&D games too. So then these are probably the most creative ones so far. It's a Shoggoth from well, Cthulhu mythos. It has several eyes. So you got your 1, your 5, your 4, your 2, your 3, and then your 6. So I thought those were kind of cool because it just wraps around, and I thought really neat design. Apparently, these ones are like a pain in the ass for her to paint. So I don't know, but I really enjoyed them. And here's a black version of essentially the same die, just because I thought it was neat enough to get the same die in a different color as well. So, but yeah, I don't know. I'm a fan, and these guys won me over. They're just such nice people, and that's what I got for you. So, yeah, it's DiceEmpire.com, I believe it is. Hold on, let me take a look. I had it up. Yes, it's Dice Empire, all one word.com. And they just have it just says really nicely, Dice Empire Series 1, and has a huge list of dice that you can't buy. I contacted them and just worked something out that way. So hopefully, if they get enough attention and enough of you guys hassle them for dice, they'll put out more of these, because it's just real good quality stuff. Like I say, I put it above Q Workshop, and they're local, and they're nice people on top of that, so you couldn't really, give your business to a better type of person. So thank you so much for watching. If you're interested in other stuff like this, you want me to do another dice episode, or you just want me to get back to doing miniatures, let me know that too. Yeah. Just how do you like the light box? This thing that's going on right now. Is it enough light? Are the videos still too dark? Let me know in the comments below. Thumbs up if you like it. Thumbs down if you hate it. Free speech. And if you're really interested in anything else I have to put out, I try to do them every other week, preferably on a Monday, but sometimes life happens. So yeah. Anyway, subscribe if you want more. Take care. Bye.